Hi, this is Dimitri Bilgir, and this is the second of my two-video series on loving God with your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength. Now, in the last video, we covered loving God with your mind and with your strength. And those really are the active ways of loving God. You can figure out the rules and you can get yourself to follow them with your mind and with your strength. Now, what we talked about last time is how that's not enough. That tends to make a person become judgmental and sort of a rigidness inside. It's important, but alone it's not sufficient, which is why Christ told us to love Him with your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength, not just your mind and your strength. So let's talk now about loving God with your heart and your soul. If loving God with your mind and your strength is sort of an active thing that you can do it by a force of will, and you can, loving God with your heart and your soul is more of a receptive thing. It's more about putting yourself in the proper state to experience what He has for you. You know, I think of it a lot like I think of deer hunting. Right? If you're going to do deer hunting, you don't say, okay, I'm going to go out and crash through the woods and I'm going to find that deer and I'm going to punch him one and take him down or whatever. What you don't. It's not so much an active thing. It's more of a receptive thing where you say, okay, where is the deer likely to come? How can I find a place where I can sit unobserved there? How can I make things quiet and open and create the environment where that deer might approach, right? Loving God with your heart and your soul is very similar to that. It's not about something you rush out and make yourself do. It's more about creating a space in which you can receive in your heart and in your soul what it is God wants to give you. And you can't predict what that is. There's not a 5-point plan as to how that's going to show up. You have to simply get better and better at passively and receptively opening yourself up to what it is He wants to do to you and put in you. You have to relax into it and experience it. You know, I talked before about how loving God solely with your mind and your strength is exotericism, right? Well, loving God with your heart and your soul is esotericism. It's an approach to religion where the focus is on inner experience and direct connection with God. Now, in Christianity, we say neither one of those alone is sufficient. We want to love God with our heart and our soul, esotericism, and we want to love Him with our mind and our strength, which is the exotericism. But what I want to make clear here is this isn't about just figuring it out and pushing through like you would with your mind and your strength. It's about creating that open space, sitting in that deer stand, and waiting to see what He has for you. So I'm going to give you a couple pointers on how to love God with your heart and your soul. Step one is to really intend to love Him with your heart and your soul. Set up a space like that deer stand that He can come into. That may be a little time you set early in the morning, first thing in the morning, set a timer for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just to open, say, God, I'm here. What do you have for me? And secondly, in that space, I want to suggest you reveal your weakness to God. You know, when we're in our mind and in our strength, in a way that glorifies us and what we can do, what we can figure out and make happen. But when you open to God in your weakness and ask for Him to come to you, that's revealing in His strength. Remember, God says, my power is made perfect in weakness. When you reveal your weakness, that's when He's able to come to you. That's when you're more likely to glorify Him. And thirdly, just notice what it feels like to receive that loving connection through your heart and through your soul, and be open to that experience. If you do these things, 1, intend and create the space. 2, reveal your weakness so you glorify Him. And 3, spend the time to receive what He gives you in that weakness. Then I think you'll start finding yourself opening more and more into loving Him with your heart and with your soul, as well as with your mind and with your strength. Now, if this brief video has helped you, I think you'll get more help if you sign up for my free online video mini course, How to Feel God's Love. The address to sign up for that is on your screen right now. In it, I give really useful, direct, step-by-step things that you can do to experience God's love more for you so it overflows in your life to the people around you and to living your life really fully with Him. And also, if you liked this video, I want to encourage you, please send this to somebody who might benefit from it, or share about it on Facebook, so more and more people can really learn how to step into loving God fully and experiencing that in every aspect of their lives. So I hope this has been useful for you. Until next time, this is Dimitri Bilgir, signing off.